Well, hello there folks, thanks for clicking on the video. Joining me on a rather cold sort of trip this time. It's minus 3 degrees Celsius, so it's absolutely freezing. But although the actual snow is just about to actually start, I think, so I'm going to get the shelter up as quick as I can. So the shelter itself, I've got a new shelter, so it's a new Onetigris Iron Wall. So it's a hot tent trip that I'm going to be doing, so really looking forward to it. But I just want to say, hopefully you've all had an amazing Christmas. And I know New Year's coming up. I know everyone's can't wait to get 2020 out of the way and move on to 2021. And hopefully it's going to be a better year. Been a bit crazy this year. But I'm just going to get this set up so I can go out and get some wood as quick as I can. So as soon as it's a new shelter, I was going to take a wee bit of time just to actually get it set up as soon as it's the first time. So instead of actually videoing the whole thing and having to go through the pain of it all, I'm just going to do this. Boom. There she goes. Really nice. Quite easy to set up as well. It's not too bad. So I'm going to get the inside actually set up, and then I need to get out and get some wood as quick as I can. I'll take you inside. I have to get myself a smaller sleeping bag. It's that balance between having one that's warm enough, but also the amount of room that this thing takes up is just unbelievable. And I've got a bivvy bag just in case, but it should be okay. I said with the stove in here, should be warm enough. Right, let's get the stove done. So that's the shelter set up. So really pleased, really impressed with it. So I'll give you a wee bit of a guided tour in a wee minute. But I am going to have to go and get some wood. I've lost a sort of hour and a half this morning because I had a bit of an issue getting the van close to where I was needing to get to. Rear wheel drive in snow. Just never ever, it never ever works. So I ended up having to walk quite a distance to actually get here with all the kit, which was a bit of a challenge. So lost about an hour and a half of actual time. So I need to go and get some wood. There's not a huge amount of wood actually around here. This is actually not that far from my actual other camp up here. So I know the area well, but there's not a huge amount of actual wood. So I'm going to go and try and get something that I think might actually work. We'll check it, get it back, get it cut down and processed, and see if we can get the wood burning stove up reasonably soon. And because of the time I've actually lost, we're now in a situation where we're probably going to need to get dinner on reasonably soon as well, just to actually catch the light. Okay, so we'll head off up into the wood and get some wood. But there seems to be a deer trail right the way through here, and you can see the tracks in the actual snow, and it goes all the way up into the actual back of the wood. So I'm going to set up the trail camera and hopefully have a bit of luck this time. Higher. Yeah, we'll hopefully see if we can get something with that. seems to be drier. Right, I'm just going to finish processing all that and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so a couple of wee projects there are really enjoyable. Just love that sort of thing. This makes camp that a little bit easier. I've decided to cook outside. I was going to cook on top of the thing, but I'm probably going to have my breakfast on the wood burning stove. So I'm going to kind of cook outside, but I don't want to actually start a fire just on the open ground. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. I know there won't be a problem, but I want to try out a wee bit of kit that I haven't actually. I've only tried this once, and that was in the actual back garden. So it's one of the Uco fire bowls. So I'm going to give that a wee try actually, and get a bit of a fire going, and get dinner on. So looking forward to it. Crack open a wee beer. Cheers. Okay, just before I go and put that in the pan, I'm just going to go and wash my hands, obviously, after some poultry. This is lovely, much needed. I ended up having to skip lunch just because it arrived so late. But as I say, that's the sun gone down, so it's absolutely freezing. I think it's -2 just now. It doesn't feel like it. It's nice having the wee fire and all that sort of things as well, but I'll probably head into the wood burning stove. I've checked the chair actually fits in as well, so I can actually have a little sit in there and actually get the wood burner on. So I'm just going to sit and finish this, but really nice. Really nice day. Great. I just love doing little projects, so like the stuff that I actually was doing earlier on, the wee table and everything. So it's always good fun. It's always good fun. So I said, just going to finish this and then I'll catch up with you. Well, I've used these stoves in the actual Polish Lavoos before, but this is just absolutely awesome. What a heat. What a heat. So it'll be jackets off in a wee while, I think. I'll probably just get into the actual sleeping bag, but it's so nice. But down to -3, so very much needed. A bit of a problem with the camera. Battery sort of ran out more or less, and then it's taken an absolute age to charge. It keeps coming up saying low temperature. So it didn't quite get as much done as I'd like. Processed a bit more wood, got a bit more kindling, that sort of things, just to sort of get the fire going. So that's it. I'm just going to sit here, not chill, from the point of view of the actual heat itself. It's lovely. Do a little bit of reading and have another little beer. So might catch up with you before I head to bed. If not, we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning everyone. I'd love to say that was a lovely night's sleep, but no. I didn't get much in the way of sleep. It was more just the actual, I don't know if you can hear it, just that constantly all night. So didn't really get much in the way of sleep, but thoroughly enjoyable, warm enough, not a problem at all. Absolutely blown away by having the stove here. What a difference that actually made. It was really nice, really nice. So hopefully this is the first of many. So I'm just going to go out, stretch the bones. I'm going to go down and see the camera, see if I actually managed to catch anything on camera, and come back up, have a bit of breakfast, and then I'll need to start packing up. So I'll see you in a wee minute. Much needed cup of coffee. As you can hear, the rain's actually started. Which is a bit of a shame, because it's just, I don't mind snow, don't mind anything else really, but when it's just, everything's just absolutely sodden. But in here is nice and dry. As I said, the wood burning stove will hopefully dry off a little bit some of the gear that's inside as well. That is amazing. Really good. That's it. I'm just going to have finish off the breakfast, and then I'll take you a wee wander, try and show you that view of Loch Ness, and then that's it, we'll start packing up. So this is my other camp. So this is where I spend quite a lot of time. Do more sort of cooking stuff up here. I've actually just got an A-frame shelter, then my chair, and then the fire pit. So I've done an overnighter on this before. Really smart. Again, I'll put a link up to it in the top corner. There's my shelf spoons. So I'll take you over and I'll show you the view of Loch Ness. Just gorgeous. So I'm just going to take some of the unused wood from last night, rather than just sort of throwing it away. I'm going to take it down to the bottom camp, just for one of the sort of next trips. But as I didn't have the fire on late last night, so I ended up not using as much as I actually thought I was, so just going to reuse it. And it's always a good idea to try and keep it sort of off the ground if you can. And even some of that sort of punk wood that I actually chopped last night, if we're just leaving it underneath the actual firebox itself, it's actually dried out quite well, so you never know, it might actually work next time. But that'll do for a good wee cooking trip next time. So thanks very, very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've actually had a whale of a time, absolutely loved it. First of this type of trip with a hot tent, and certainly going to be many more. Really enjoyable. But again, the rain's coming in quite heavy now, so the camera keeps on getting wet. I'm drying off the mic and all that sort of things as well, so just going to call it a day just now. But as I said, thoroughly enjoyable. So if you have watched it all the way through, please subscribe, be much appreciated. And as I said, hopefully you've had a fantastic festive period. Hopefully 2021 is going to be a better year. Fingers crossed. Okay, you take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.